Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Planescape Torment. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in the lower ward. That's the one, I remember the name before I looked at that. As we don't talk to Kina over there, she doesn't, well, Dakun doesn't like her, she doesn't like us much. Even though I can convince her to go away, I'm not going to talk to her. We're going to talk to Vorten over here as we look for Morte. Yeah, Morte is, somewhere, we don't know. Let's have a chat with this guy. Is he our Harmonium officer? He gives you a bored look as you approach. Greetings. He gives you a bored look. Greetings, citizen. Measure 3, Vorten, at your service. I have some questions. I don't mean to be rude, but I am on duty and have no time for questions. If you would like information, go talk to Ebb Crickneys. He's here? Who's Ebb Crickneys? He's an old friend of mine. I think he considers himself to be a tout now, so he can give you the chance concerning just about anything. Where do I find him? He thinks for a moment. Last I heard, he pretty much set himself up in the Smoldering Corpse Bar. You can find him in there, down in the hive. Thank you. Farewell.
Done.
Okay. Well, we've been, yeah, done. Definitely. We've been there, so we don't need to talk to Ebb Crickneys again. Let's have a chat with Sebastian, and we also need to talk to these guys and probably take their stuff. Sebastian. You see an older man in elegant robes. He has bright eyes and a warm smile. He gives you a slight bow as you approach. Good day, Cutter. I am Sebastian. How may I serve you? Greetings. Greetings to you as well, Cutter. He stops in mid-sentence as he notices your scars. You see his eyes travel along them and his eyebrows arch in surprise. He returns his gaze to you. I was about to ask what I could do for you, but there is no need. I think I see why you came to me, to see me, Cutter. What are you trying to Are you trying to say you can help me with these scars? He smiles at you and shrugs his shoulders. Perhaps, Cutter, perhaps. He leans forward and begins to examine your scars carefully. He runs a finger along several of them, mumbling to himself. Finally, he looks up at you. Yes, Cutter, I can help you. I cannot cure you, but I can alleviate the worst of your condition. And your price? Ah, yes, the price. He begins stroking his chin as he stares at you. You get the impression that you are being weighed somehow. He seems to come to some sort of decision. I have a job that I think you could perform. Go on. I have signed a contract with a certain creature. I am no longer able to fulfill the contract. It is beyond my abilities. However, the creature will not release me from the contract. Instead, it has threatened me with death unless I fulfill the contract. Let me guess. You want me to solve this problem for you? Yes, I cannot do it myself. My reputation demands that I fulfill the contract or face the consequences. I am at your mercy in this regard. Will you help me? What kind of creature are we talking about? An Abishai named Grosuk, Cutter. He pauses to gauge your reaction. I know this is a difficult task, but one I think you can handle. Also, the reward I offer you is great. And he gestures at your scars. What were you contracted to do? He shakes his head. I cannot reveal that information, Cutter. I am magically bound not to. That is why people come to me. They know that if I accept a contract, it will be handled with discretion. Oh, what kind of creature are we? Oh, I have asked that. Okay. I see. An interesting proposal. He looks at you hopefully. Will you do it, Cutter? Okay, so the Abishai are not... I don't like the Abishai. That doesn't mean that this particular Abishai is... I'm not gonna like him, but we have met some of them and they're all very busy and very upset with things and with us just talking to them, which I don't particularly fancy. Now, this world is a world where people are naturally racially aligned, so I'm probably thinking that all Abishais are evil. So, yeah, give me the details.
Updated my journal.
He smiles at you and gives you a sigh, and gives a sigh of relief. Thank you, Cutter. The creature is an Abishai named Grosuk. You will need a magic weapon to cause it any harm, so check with some of the shops if you do not own one. A spellcaster can harm it as well. Grosuk can be found to the east, beyond the siege tower. The siege tower? Yes, over beyond the market. Damned thing just appeared one day, several years back. No one knows why, and no one seems to be able to get inside it and find out. Oh yeah, this is the tower that we heard before. Last episode I postulated it could have been the spire. I didn't think it was. And it's not. Okay, I see. I have some other questions. Smile, brothers. Yeah, ask away, Cutter. Who are you? I am Sebastian, a mage of sorts. I do contract work for those who can meet my price. What kind of work? He gives you a slight smile and then shrugs his shoulders. Confidential work, Cutter. I am known for my discretion in getting deeds done. People come to me with quests. If I can perform them, I do so. If I cannot, I don't. In either case, I keep my silence. Or I keep silent. You hesitate to use the word mage. Why? He nods his head. Yes, I'm not a mage, Cutter, but I can perform the art in my own way. I have forsaken the normal studies of magic and followed my own path. Then he pauses and shrugs his shoulders. It is easy to call me... It is easier, he says, to call me a mage than to argue the point. Okay, what is this place? He gives you a quizzical look. Do you mean this market or this ward of sigil? The market. This is a common market, Cutter. There are many things for sale here. Spells, potions, information, women, men, just about anything if you can afford the price. But what about the ward? Now, this is the lower ward, Cutter, home to the common people and the industrial side of Sigil. It's not the slums of the Hive, yet it holds no splendor such as the ladies' ward. Oh, why is it called the lower ward? He lets out a short laugh and shrugs with his shoulders. Well, that depends on your point of view, Cutter. The rich say it's because this is the home to the common or lower classes. If you ask those who live here, it's because of the portals and the incident. The incident? Yeah, he frowns as he pauses to think. A long time ago, this was known as the Prime Ward. People knew the city people new to the city were placed here and not allowed access to all of Sigil. There were many other restrictions placed upon them as well. Some Burks took offense to that and decided to form a rebellion. It went nowhere, of course, until he made a fascinating discovery. Go on. Yeah, you see, there are a lot of portals in this area of the city, and most of them open onto the lower planes. Well, that Barmy Burke found a way to open them all at once. He allowed anything that wanted to come through the portals into the city. It became quite bloody. A terrible war ensued. Anyway, that's why this is called the lower ward, because of the portals. Oh, I see. Sebastian, how did this person open all the gates? He used an item that he either had commissioned or made himself. What was it called? Ah, I remember, the shadow sorcelled key. At the mention of the key, you begin to feel dizzy. The world around you freezes, and everything turns gray. You sense a past memory trying to force its way into your consciousness. Okay, let's let it come. The world around you fades, and you find yourself in the darkened streets of Sigil. Your heart is pounding, trying to break free from your chest. Your breath comes in gasps. You've been running for hours, it seems, and yet you cannot stop. You turn a corner and enter an alley, finally slowing your flight. You feel your strength fade as you lean against a nearby wall and try to catch your breath. You become aware of something hard pressed into the palm of your hand. Glancing down, you open your clenched fist to stare at the gem embedded in the flesh. Your body sags towards the wall until your forehead touches its cold, damp surface. Your eyes close and you force yourself to take slow, deep breaths. Just as you feel your strength returning, you hear a faint noise and instantly snap to full awareness. You turn to look towards the alley mouth. At first, you see nothing, just ghost visions caused by the shadows of the night. You are about to turn away when a slight movement catches your eye. Slowly, a female form glides across the corner, pauses, and then turns to face you. Your eyes travel from her slender waist towards her full bosom, and then her blade enshrouded face. Blade enshrouded face? Even in the darkness, you can see her cold, emotionless eyes. The memory fades and your normal vision returns. Oh, that was the lady. Was that the lady? That was the lady, wasn't it? Blade enshrouded face. It could have been the Queen of Ghouls, though, at the same time, because she did look like she had blades for hair, but yeah. The memory fades and your normal vision returns. You are standing before Sebastian in the market. He's looking at you with some concern, but this passes when he sees that you are alright. I thought I lost you for a moment there, Cutter. What became of this shadow sorcelled key? He shrugs his shoulders. No one knows. The key has been lost for some time now. Many believe the Lady of Pain took the key to prevent it from ever being used again. So, what was the outcome of the rebellion? He thinks for a moment. Well, everyone except the leader was given pages in the dead book. The leader and the creatures just up and vanished one day. Surely the lady's work. Survivors fled the ward. The fumes of the lower plains had polluted the air, you see. Anyway, the ward remained deserted until the foundry was eventually built. I suppose that has something to do with the fumes. What can you tell me about the foundry? He frowns. It is the home of the Godsmen, Cutter. If you ask any questions regarding them, I suggest you go to the... if you have any questions, I suggest you go to the foundry to ask them. I see. So what's going on around here? He looks at you suspiciously. What do you mean, Cutter? He looks around and spreads his arms as if to encompass the wool ward. Life, Cutter. Life as usual, nothing more. Okay, that's good news, I guess. I had a talking skull and he was kidnapped. Can you help me? He stares at you for some time before answering. A skull? Well, if I were to hazard a guess, I would say that your skull is now in the possession of the Master of Bones, which means you should get yourself another skull cutter. Can you tell me anything about him or her? Him? Yeah. He frowns and glances about for a moment. His name is Lothar, and he does not appreciate the attention of others. I know nothing of him and can answer no questions about him. You can actually see a hint of fear in his eyes. Let us speak of another subject, Cutter. Where can I find him? He glances around nervously. A ruined house somewhere in this ward leads to his Demensne? What is that? I know nothing more, he says. You can actually see a hint of fear in his eyes again. Let us speak of another subject, Cutter. Okay, very well. I must go now. I'll see you later. So we got Shanty over here. What is that? The purpose of this device is unknown. It appears to be some sort of drawbridge-like contraption. Should be a hyphen over there, just to, accentuate. So I don't want to talk to these guys because I do want to fix Morte. The wrecked house. Oh, it's down there. Well, let's go down there. And the Abishai, I have no idea where the Abishai is. So, did we come in here? Huh. This wrecked building has looks a little out of place here. Okay, that's good. That's good news. I think we're going... Oh, boy.
This is it.
Is it? This appears to be a ladder constructed from the bones of many creatures. Whatever purpose these barrels once served, they are now just flotsam strewn around the room. This unusual window allows some light to filter into the room. It casts strange colored shadows across the walls and floor. Okay. So let's go. Kinda wish I hadn't gained experience without Morty, but whatever. Shelf of skulls I'm talking to it, apparently. Thanks to the powers you're here, Chief. Oh, wait a minute. What? Get me out of here. I'm talking to Morty? What are you doing up there? Those were-rat vermin nicked me and brought me here. Come on, boss. We gotta get out of here. This place is bad news. Why don't you just float down? I can't. I've tried. Come on, get me down before. Oh. A flash of light and smoke blinds you for a moment, and a withered old man stands before you. Have we visitors, Skull? Oh, no! Morte whispers furiously to you. Do not offend this blood, boss. He'll dead book you faster than you can spit. The old man ignores Morte. Greetings, traveler. Who might you be to enter Lothar's humble salon without invitation? My pardon, sir, but, you seem to have something that belongs to me. Ah, yes. What might that be? My friend Morte wound up on your shelf. You want the chattering skull with half the grace and manners of any ordinary creature? Give me a greater skull in return if you wish it back, Lothar replies. I do not need to bargain for something that is already mine. Where can I find a greater skull? Move aside the divan in the center of the room and pass through the portal on the eastern wall in the chambers below to the catacombs. The portal will remain active for your return. In the catacombs, many skulls. One of great value lies within the interred crypts of the dustmen beyond the drowned nations. Bring that skull to me, as my were-rat minions have failed to do, and I will see to it that your friend is returned to you. Perhaps I shall even answer some questions for you. Okay, I'm gonna use this guy as much as I can. Can I pretend to be his friend? I've been to the tomb you speak of. It's empty.
Updated my journal.
Oh, look at that. 30,000 experience. Oh, what is the meaning of this? The tomb was so well trapped, so well defended from scrying magics, that it was a challenge even for me. There must be some explanation for this, and he draws out his word angrily and slowly. You will provide it to me. Go through the portal in the chambers below and seek the answers. Oh, he's talking about my own tomb. I believe it was a trap to discourage the grave robbers who prey on such crypts. There is some merit in what you say, yet There is something about that crypt that spoke of much promise. I will think on this, and I encourage you to do the same. He turns away and turns back to you almost immediately. Bring me another skull then, and our agreement shall be as before. Do not try to deceive me with just any skull either. I am something of a connoisseur. Return when you have something of value to me. Very well.
Updated my journal.
Did you? Did you guys learn some new tricks? He's still puffing and smoking over here. Okay, so I have skulls. I have, like, I think. Oh yeah, we never... Did we never finish this? I didn't finish this, did I? Okay, so we can... It's good that I didn't talk to the lady upstairs. Okay, so the 8th, that's good. I don't think we can fail at learning these things. So there we go, that's perfect. Let's level them up. Nope, click over there, much better. So he gained 4 hit points, fighting skills have improved. Great. Speaking of which, I think he in particular might be able to remember a few more things. Because he gained a few things from... No, he doesn't. Okay, now for her. She gains... Oh, she's skills, yes. She gains 3 hit points, fighting skills have improved, saving throws have improved, and 1 extra fist? Plus 1 fist? I don't know what that is. But, sure. Oh, the hiccups are trying to murder me. Okay, so the tech traps... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, because she leveled up as a fighter now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's save the game there. There it goes. And now, let's see if I can fathom what exists. You examine the circle carefully, studying the links and try new patterns, but no new circles reveal themselves. Oh, so that's that. Okay, good. Now, for the skull. Right there. Got 1 skull over here and a were-rat skull. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna like a were-rat skull, but anyway. Oh, I have the skull of Soigo. And I didn't know Soigo was a were-rat, but sure. I have the skull of Soigo, the were-rat dustman missionary. Oh, actually, I'm gonna give him the human skull. See if he likes that. Let's see. Lothar holds up the skull and examines it carefully. Bah, this is worth nothing. I can tell... It can tell me nothing. I require a skull of value if I am to waste my time with you. Begone. Okay, so how about a were-rat? He doesn't like that either. Okay, well, that settles it then. Let's put it back over here. Right there. Good. Good. Yeah, I have the skull of Suego, the were-rat dustman missionary. Lothar takes the head of Suego from you and examines it carefully, checking the teeth. A dustman missionary and spy, eh? This won't be satisfactory. His fingers twist through an arcane gesture. Your friend will be waiting for you above ground, where you came in. Have your answers from me. I have many questions. Keep it quick, scarred one. I cannot tarry all day. Why am I immortal? Should I say that? Let's say, why have I lost my memory? It is a side effect of losing your mortality. I have lost my mortality? What do you mean? Your mortality, your soul, if you will, that which allows you to live and die, is gone from you. It was stripped from you by magical means by the night hag Ravel Puzzlewell. Your mortality is the key to your existence. When you find it, you will find your answers. Tell me of this Ravel. Ravel Puzzlewell is an enigma, even among the night hags. Some would call her barmy, others say she plays a deeper game than any can see through. She's evil, though, and through and through, making the fiends you'll see in the area seem positively divine when compared to her. She's out of the reach of men now, thanks to the powers, for she was mazed by the Lady of Pain. Yeah. We heard about this. No, we heard about the Lady of Pain mazing people, but I didn't know she was mazed. How do I find her, then? Mazes are like pocket dimensions, small places between planes, or places, I should say. To reach one, you need to find a portal and a key. I do not know where the door or the key are. Perhaps you should seek some of your old acquaintances. You have certainly left a trail of them behind. They will find you, no doubt. Pray they mean you well. Perhaps you should visit the Civic Fest Hall. They have many answers there. What did she do, Ravel?
Updated my journal.
She was a maker of toys and puzzles, a solver of problems that didn't need solving. She decided that Sigil the Cave was the largest puzzle box of all, and set herself to undo it all. To let in the armies of fiends at her disposal, no doubt, to upset the balance of the city and turn the entire burg into a charnel house. Pray to any power you hold dear with thanks she did not succeed. I will find her then, and force her to return my mortality. Farewell. Hopefully that doesn't mean force her to kill me, because I would, I'd like to have my mortality, just not the whole dying thing. Okay, so... So that's... Talk to you some more. Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you some more. He stares at you coolly, makes a small motion, and you find yourself gone. Oh. He doesn't want me there. I can go back. Morty is with me now. Can I talk to Morty? Let's talk to Morty.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Hey, So, I don't think there's... Oh, there it is. There's a new thing. Did I ask him about him being a mimir? You said you were a mimir, right, Morty? Yeah, a mimir is floating a mimir is a floating encyclopedia. You put information in, you get information out. Okay. I think I remember that, though. What do you know about the night hag Ravel? Well, she's a night hag, and she was definitely barmy enough to make you immortal, of all people. I mean, she could have chosen me. Morty rolls his eyes. Still, anyone adult enough to lock blades with a Lady of Pain isn't someone who we really want to find. Well, I kind of do want to find her. Okay, so can I talk to the other ones? Let's see. How about you?
What is it you want, then?
I didn't talk to her. There's a lot of stuff I need to talk. Let's do this. So, Anna, I had a question about how you found my body. I was trying to remember, basically, if I had talked to her or not. What? Well, what were you doing, looking for bodies in the pregnant alley? I mean, you would have had to creep your way through the tenement, then past the Davos to get there, and the place isn't even heavily trafficked as the rest of the hive. So why would you even look for bodies there? The rest of the hive is picked clean, it is. Gotta find new spots to poach, that is you do. As Anna speaks, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull, and you suddenly realize she's lying to you. Huh, that's a handy trick. Are you sure, Anna? There must be something in your tone, because it stops Anna's tail dead for a moment. Then it resumes. What are you looking at her tail? Or doing looking at her tail? Then it resumes a little slower than before. I think. She frowns and then seems a little uncertain. I don't usually go there to scarp daggers, I don't, to think of it. I'd never even been there before, I just kind of came across it. So why did you go there? I don't know, I just did, and lucky for you, I did, or you'd still be there. The same crawling sensation as before warms up the back of your skull, and with it comes another realization. Anna's lying, but oddly enough, she doesn't know she's lying. Okay, so actually I got that impression. Because this could be construed as her realizing for the first time why she was there, or that was even a question. So she lost her memory. Anna, were you compelled to go there? Is that how you found me?
Updated my journal.
She nods slowly. Mayhap. And she gives a half-hearted shrug. It wasn't one of my usual haunts, but I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to see what there was there that day, and there you were, dead as the timber. And she pauses. You were like a lodestone, you were. I don't know what led me to find you. Curious. I had some other questions. Anna, didn't I meet you in the hive before I found Farod? She nods a little warily. You did? Haven't forgot you. When I asked about Farod, you told me he was south and west of the mortuary, when he wasn't. I did. And you'd have done the same if some scarred wreck came to you and asked where you could find it. And she shrugs. You found him anyway, so I don't want to hear you carrying on about it. I don't. Well, I guess that's fair. That's not really fair, but I guess, I mean, her first line kind of does explain everything. What were you doing by the mortuary? It's my territory. I was looking for dead as I was. And she looks you up and down, then smirks. I found a walking one, I did. Yeah, you did. So, Anna, did you find anything on my body before you brought it to the mortuary? Anna looks at you warily, and her tail stops flicking for a moment, then resumes, slower than before. Mayhap I found something. But if I found anything, it's mine by right, it is. The other bits are in Farod's keeping. Yeah, I got those already. Anna, I don't have time for games. What did you find on my corpse? Well, you had some fist irons, you did, and a little bit of jank, but I left that to the Dusty so they think I was a wee bit honest. You had an ugly ring that I kept, and she dips her finger into her arm bracers and pulls forth a small ring with a stone mounted on it. Worth thrice more than the jank and the irons it was, and she studies the ring and squints. Too bad it's too ugly to wear. I would actually like to ask anything else, but I like that ring back now. She studies the ring with a frown, glances at you, then back at the ring. With a sneer, she flicks the ring to you. Didn't want the ugly thing anyway, I didn't. Fine. Now, when you mentioned that some stuff from my body had gone into Pharaoh's keeping, what did you mean? Pharaoh takes a bit off each corpse we find, he does. It's his right, being lord of the village and all. Off of every corpse you find? That's a lot of corpses. Oh, aye. To hear tell, old Strutter Crutch has got a stash pit somewhere close to him. It's the only reason I can see why he's set up keeping that filthy, drafty hole it is. Nothing but stinking shadows. Really? And that's where he puts the tribute he gets? Aye. And she squints at you. Now, what are you on about? You planning to bob him? No. I've no cause to do such a thing. Pharaoh's done me no harm. Well, good. I am warning you against such a thing, I am. Pharaoh can be daft sometimes, but he's mean as all fiends spit when he gets worked up, and she frowns. And he loves his keepsakes, he does. Well, but where would he keep it all? If he's been at the village for as long as he says, he would have amassed quite a collection. Well, Anna is silent for a moment. I know he's never left his hole to get his tribute when he needed it. Well, he wouldn't want to walk far with a lame leg of his, though. Aye, that's true. But only if you don't watch him carefully. He isn't lame, though. He isn't lame, though he puts on a fair show about being weak in the leg. So that crush of his could be a portal key. Anna frowns in thought for a moment, then slowly nods her head. Aye, that's a thought. And she shrugs. I want to know if you'd use it, though. Maybe you just need to have it? Yeah, maybe we'll find out. I had some other questions. Okay, so, let's continue asking a bunch of this stuff next episode. For now, I'm KrittleRPG, and this has been Planescape Torment. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!